Hey everyone, it's Ryan 1940 here. Today we're taking a look at Sea Power Naval Combat in the Missile Age, and this is Operation Iron Will. It's made by iBlank. If his name sounds familiar, he's the guy that makes the Task Force 75.3 missions that I really enjoy, and I'll link this particular mission in the description for the video. It looks like basically we're just showing the flag and going on a presence patrol in the Arabian Gulf, or as some people call it, the Persian Gulf. We'll talk about why there's two different names for that in a second, but enemy order battle, we've got Iranian aircraft that have been seen doing patrols and frigates out there as well, as well as some fast attack craft that have been attacking merchant vessels and have attacked one just the day before this mission. Vincennes is up by Bandar Abbas, which is that a ways, and there's a lot of tension in the air, so let's take a look at what we got. Alright, so MCON's at our discretion. We are banging away with our radars, which is good. That's what I want. We even got active sonar going and towed arrays out. That's really nice. In the game, the sonars don't detect ships, and I think they should, because it's kind of a thing that navies do. If you could imagine 20 nautical miles away from us, we have ships, we would detect this on our towed array, and without using ESM, I can likely class ID whatever these things are and help get a good understanding of the picture around me, doing it all passively with the towed array. So I think that's something that maybe they should consider putting in the game. Anyways, we got our radars going, so we'll go ahead and just ask everyone to identify themselves. Oh, okay, so these are fighters. Night 11 and 12, those are the F-15s. They're checking in. Okay, that's these guys. We'll take a look at them. Want them to go this way, and then I want them to have their air search radar on and go weapons free. Okay, air search radar on, weapons free. The reason I like that is it's just less things to manage. They'll just auto-engage air contacts as they come across them. So this looks like, what is this? We got an F4 flight right there and an F-14 Alpha flight. So Iranian aircraft here. We're not at war yet, so we can kind of get close to them and deal with it if things get crazy. We don't know what this is, and we don't know what this is over here. Okay. We can try. Well, let's look at the one astern of us. Oh yeah, I do see a really faint dot there. Let's do some manual VID. Okay, that absolutely looks like a giant merchant and visual large. Okay, so we'll say that that's neutral, and then we need to look. Look around to see if we see any ship shapes on the horizon. Not quite. It looks a little bit too hazy out there. Oh, I do see a ship. Yeah, I can see the smoke reflection on the water. What is that? Yeah, right off the. That is that's some sort of warship. I don't know what it is, but you can kind of see the sloping superstructure. It looks like a fast warship of some sort. Alright, so we got flash. There has been an incident with the USS Vincennes in the vicinity of Bandar Abbas, and a civilian airliner was shot down and complete loss of life. So Iran is preparing forces for a retaliatory attack at any moment. Continue northwest at best speed to Point Romeo and exit the threat area. Set general quarters. Alright, so this scenario, iBlank has said to me that it was kind of designed with the ability to play this all with no time compression. So we'll see if we can do that. Which is kind of tricky because we're talking about ships and stuff and the distances involved. So it's doable if the mission designer has kind of really thought about it. It sounds like iBlank did, so we'll give that a go. These guys are going to become hostile at some point. This is a meager radar echo that is Ooh, that's a freaking Comandante. Okay. So that's an Iranian missile boat that's closing us right now. We've been told to prepare for combat, so we'll see what happens. They're not hostile yet. We have to defend ourselves, but we can't do it proactively. You know, we have to wait until we're getting pretty clear indications that we're about to be shot at or we've been shot at. So, this guy gonna respond? No, he's not responding. Yeah, so for my general quarters station on the frigate, I was up in center control, so I was up that way. If you ever hear one of the like the word that they pass for general quarters, I think it's general quarters, all hands man your battle stations, proceed up and forward on the starboard side, down and aft on the port side, and make all. I don't remember the last bit. I think it was like make all zebra reports to CCS or something like that. Basically telling you to close everything to watertight and like maximum watertight integrity, and through your own chain you're going to report up that you've secured the spaces that you're supposed to secure. So for me, being in center control, and if you think about the traffic pattern they talk about, okay, everything's popping in here. Okay, Point Romeo, that is the spot that we've been told to go. Okay, we're going there. And we got a harpoon launch. And we got fighters. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and classify these as hostile. And we're going to they're going to 709. Not okay. Alright, so they want to attack the F4s. We don't want them to do that. I'm going to tell them to ceasefire. And I want them to focus on the F-14s first because they are... Okay, let's pause this here. They're the fighter planes, so I want them to focus on that first, and then we can deal with the F4s. F4s are fighter planes, but once we get the F4s are likely in this game, I think, strike aircraft or have some sort of ground weapons. Sorry, air to ground weapons. Okay, we got some missiles off. That's good. Oh boy, and then we had some harpoon launches there, so we'll mark that, and then we'll get Merrill to fire 2 at that. All right, here we go. Also, we'll get the ships to go weapons free, so they're going to engage enemy aircraft when they get in range. That's going to help us with the workload in case these jets get through. We'll go ahead and call that hostile as well. Alright, there's a lot going on all at once here. We got some... Oh, okay, we got one of the fighters shot down. Let's pause this and then let's get another aim 7 shot. Nice, that is really cool. Hopefully they do well. Alright, we're knocking down some harpoons. Oh man. Oh, come on. Getting closer. I don't like this. Don't like it. Oh my god. There's 2 of them. Okay, that one got shot down. There's just 1 left. Please don't hit the Merrill. Please, please, please. Okay, let's get Merrill to shoot off the chaff there. Hopefully we can pull that away. Does it look like it got distracted? Looks like it. Hopefully that was it. Please don't pop down on us. Okay, good, good, good. Phew, that was way too close. Alright, so we got some jets here. we'll go ahead and shoot at that contact, and then this guy can shoot at this other F4. I'm assuming they're probably both F4s there. Oh, that is the Alvin. Alright. Well, that's definitely not the harpoon shooter, so there is someone else around here. Okay, he's been distracted. Let's see if the other missile gets through. And it looks like it will. Okay, that's going to be a kill shot for that guy. Okay, that F4 has been shot down. Okay, the Alvin is doomed. Yeah, I tend to forget this guy does not have harpoons. He's got, I forget what it's called, like the Sea something? Sea Killer missile. 20 or 16 nautical mile range. She's done. Okay, so with that, we're gonna fire a couple more well, okay, we should wait actually. We'll wait till the, oh, okay, that went hostile. And they are firing at us right away, so we'll go ahead and do that. There is another harpoon shooter, which is probably another Comandante right there, somewhere around there. I don't want to fire harpoons at that right now because the Alvin is obviously attracting the harpoons. It's just a bigger vessel, so I'll have to wait for that to properly sink. Looks like the F-15s did a good job and destroyed all the fighter jets. The hardest part about managing aircraft is, especially in bigger scenarios, you just really have to micromanage who's going towards what and then keep up with that, because sometimes they just switch to like loitering or something like that, and you just really got to keep on top of them to make sure they're going after the things you think they should be going after. So this is good. This is just a minimal number of aircraft, which makes the scenario not bad. Alright, here comes the missile train. Okay, there's two other harpoons in front of this one, so we need to see two explosions and then this one gets shot down. We'll see if Meryl's out of her RIM 7 mics. Let's go 15 nautical miles. They're a point defense system, so they're not meant for... Yeah, she's in the middle of reloading them, so she really needs to rely on Rents and Elrod there. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good there. Damn. Okay, well, close call. Just, okay, one more. That's all we need, one more. We just need to shoot this guy down and we should be safe. Okay, but yes, okay, and we just hit the Comandante, so that boat's done. How's the Alvin still afloat? You know what we can do now that these fighters are clear, we can have them go fly over this area and really truly spot what's going on here. We'll go check this one out too as well. We're going to have to bring them down to, we'll call it 3,000 feet, I think is good. Ooh, that was close. You know, the harpoons getting tweaked. It's great if you're playing the U.S. Navy, but it's also not great if you're playing the U.S. Navy against the Iranians because they have harpoon launching vessels. So it's a double-edged sword there. All right. Well, we're unscathed, and now we've got 30 minutes for this guy, 25 minutes left to reload. If we're going to play this with no time compression, then hopefully we're not going to see this reload. I don't want to be playing this for like another 30 minutes. Because it seems like, aside from that vessel there that's out of harpoons, like that's like the only guy that we need to kill now. So it's not bad. Good pacing and like good small scenario. I'm curious to see what this is. And then you need to come this way. Okay, There's that's a hostile boat right there. The Alvin just, I think, completely sank now. Okay. We'll get closer, but we'll also just now fire a harpoon at this spot. Alright, cool. Yep, got that on. Okay, enjoy the harpoon, buddy. Okay, we can go back up to our patrol altitude. We'll go investigate what this is. Oh, it's just a merchant. Alright, cool. Oh, something is... Oh, it's the, they're shooting from that direction. Okay, I thought somebody over here was getting shot at this, shooting at this F-15. Alright, let's raise the altitude. Okay, so while that plays out, we're just going to wait for that harpoon to hit the target there. Yeah, on the frigate, I was in sonar control for general quarters, and then on the destroyer, I was first in Nixie, and then I was in one of the combat systems equipment rooms, and then ultimately I was in sonar control in the destroyer as well. It was kind of crazy. If you're on a warship, like, you have to be able to set general quarters really rapidly, and if you don't, you're going to be doing general quarter drills over and over and over until you get the times up to a good standard. Alright, looks like this harpoon is tracking pretty well. If it doesn't, no big deal. We got a ton of them, and they're not going to be able to hit us anymore, so we can keep taking pop shots at them. Oh, that's just wild. There we go. That's what I like to see. Boom. Dead. Alright, well, we can speed up the flank. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's press that guy over there and just keep this one kind of close. So 9:18 without time compression, that's going to be another hour, so we're not going to do that. We are going to actually have to use time compression to get over there. Oh. Okay, looks like some bog hammers decided to play, well, quite a bit. Well, we'll take some of these guys down there to go take a look. I think that'll be pretty interesting to see if we can get F-15s to go do some strafing runs on these guys. So bog hammers are the little fast attack craft, and they've got a little rocket system on them on the top there. It's really inaccurate, and when it hits, the damage is so small, you don't really have to worry about it. Alright, looks like there's quite a formation out there that we're going to go and destroy. It'll be a lot of fun. Now I have harpoons left over. I've got SM-1s on the Rents and Elrod to dispatch these guys really quickly if we wanted to, but there's not a lot of sport in that, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way with guns, either from the plane or from our ships here, or 5-inch or the 76mm on the Rents and Elrod. Okay, let's tell these guys to get after it. Yep, with your 20mm. I kind of also just wanted them to fly over to get a good number and a visual ID on a bunch of them. Oh yeah, you can see right there is like, that's 5, that's 6. Oh, there they go, yep. Yeah, these are all hostile, yeah. Alright, we're gonna get some gun runs in. Yes. That's so cool. Oh, and he's getting them too. Nice. Oh man, that's awesome. He just ripped that guy open. How's this guy doing? Ooh, just destroyed him. That is awesome. Okay, so we can have him cease fire there, and then have him go for another track. Whoa. No, don't crash. Jeez. Just breaking the sound barrier next to these guys is awesome. Okay, he's having a hard time lining up his shot in time. Yeah. Oh, that looks so cool. Just all up. Man, that's badass. Okay, cool. We'll break off that target. Oh, these jets are so awesome strafing those guys like that. I am worried that they're gonna smash into the water though. That one needs to really open up first and come back in like this guy's doing. Ooh, we got 2 over there. What's really cool is this behavior where they're like bobbing and weaving back and forth. That's really neat. Oh, whoa. Ooh, are you going to be able to line up? Ooh, nice. Oh, don't crash. That makes me nervous every time. Don't crash. Alright, our ships are still closing at flank. You can see the destruction the F-15s have laid upon the enemy there. Alright. This guy is actually pretty bad at getting in there. This one seems pretty competent. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you know what? I don't want... I'm gonna go for the one that's burning. I should have told him to switch over to the other guy. Oh, yeah, we were tempting fate doing this. Yeah, caught up with him. No ejection either. Yeah, that merchant must be enjoying the show. Okay, this one's on fire. This is not on fire, so we'll... It seems to be having a hard time wanting to use the guns on these boats anymore. Okay. Well, we won't mess around with that anymore then. We'll just use our... We'll use our surface vessels. It's pretty crazy, like the visual that you get here with the... I don't know if you guys can make that out, but it's super faint. You just see the dots on the horizon with the little rooster tail behind them, and that's exactly what that kind of stuff looks like. Ooh, a nice big catastrophic explosion there. I have seen stuff like this in real life in the Gulf, and sometimes you see it on the news. I think there was a famous one where there was a straight transit and then a bunch of fast attack craft were doing fake attack runs on the Navy vessels as they went through. And there's times that kind of stuff doesn't make the news, but that's exactly what that looks like. I remember there was one time, I think we just got done with like an unwrap or something, and we break station, and we're heading back to where we're supposed to be, and the unwrap ship calls us because they're like, hey, we got these boats like coming at us. And I remember seeing when we were doing the unwrap like that kind of stuff on the horizon, like white dots, and I was like, what is that? And it turns out it was these kind of boats. They weren't, they'll do fake attack runs on you or whatever, and it's like we go out there, point our guns at them, they point their guns at us, and it's just whatever. It's just saber rattling, I guess. Don't really shoot at each other, so we don't have to worry about that. And it's really like, it's not intimidating, because it's like, dude, if we wanted to, we would blow you out of the water a long, long ways ago, okay? So chill out. But yeah, seen a bunch of that. Seen Iranian like P3s back in the day. I don't think they fly anymore. I think they just don't have the parts for them. I could be wrong, but they have the pretty cool like paint schemes, like the blue and black and white camouflage looking paint schemes that the Navy just has the white or slightly gray paint schemes for them, but not the Iranians. And one of them flew so close to us. I remember seeing really clearly the pilot's face. He had like aviators on, and he had like this bushy mustache, and he almost looked shocked. And it was because we were on the fantail with shotguns. We were doing a shotgun shoot, and I think to him it might have looked like he thought the reason we were out there was to shoot at him if he flew by the ship, which wasn't the case. We were genuinely just doing. Oh, you see the rocket launches? That's really cool. Yeah, so that's a 5 nautical mile range system. And so now they shot at us. We'll go ahead and blast them with the 5-inch. Yeah, you can see how just how sporadic that fire is. It's not accurate at all. And if it does connect, it's not doing any damage. Watch, I think. Yeah. Yeah, you can see no damage. Yeah, the plane was so close that I was convinced if it flew over midships, it would have smashed into the stack, but it didn't. It flew over the flight deck, and we were all out there with shotguns doing our shotgun shoot for a qual, and he saw that, and I think that he was like, what the hell, and he never came back. All right, love to see that. Okay, so that one's burning. We can go ahead and stop and shift our fire. Well, it looks like there's 2 boats over there, at least there. We'll hit this other one that's really moving. I want to see what's going on. Oh, this guy's just going... They're going very slow. Oh, this merchant's... You don't want to be driving towards us right now. Stuff is going down. Whoa, man, good hit. I wonder... Okay. I love missions where we get to actually use the guns on these boats. It's just a lot of fun. Yeah, so on all these ships, you have... when you're dealing with small attack craft like this, you have a thing called a SCAT team. And I don't know if they changed the name now because it's kind of a funny name, but SCAT team stands for Small Craft Action Team, I think, if I remember correctly. And what that is basically it's the crews that man the machine gun mounts and stuff. So That's primarily how we'll deal with small boats that are fake attacking us. And just get on your 50 cal and you point your guns at them. The other ships will have 25 Mike guns. And back in my day, the frigate had one on the starboard side here. I don't remember if there was one on the port side. I don't think there was. I could be wrong though. And on some of the other frigates, they actually had a special mount for them, and it was a 25 Mike version that was it was unmanned like locally. So the one that I had on my frigate, you actually had to strap into and shoot. And even the destroyer I was on the destroyer we had, on the Arleigh Burkes back then, we had 2 of them, one on each side of the waist, and those ones were manually like operated, like you had to strap into it and shoot it, which was, if it sounds cool, it's very cool. It's so awesome to be able to fire that, like, and be in control of that. But yeah, I was on SCAT team as on the destroyer, not on the frigate. Although with the frigate, I've gone up there for incidents and stuff to go just man the guns, be one of the first ones up there. On the destroyer, I was on a 50 cal mount that was kind of like, it was a Flight 1 Arleigh Burke. So you have kind of like here you would have like the missile deck, and there's a Mark 32 torpedo launchers on each side, and I was on a 50 cal on the starboard side, and 25 Mike was on the starboard side there as well, on the port side. But one time we were shooting at a killer tomato, and my buddy it was like the first time I think he got qualled on the 25, so it was his turn to shoot it, and he was super excited, and he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing with the rounds. And if you ever look at, like, you know, the sea state like this, you can see just the variations in height, and also the ship can be maneuvering as well. So you've got to adjust that with your gun, and if you're not taking that kind of stuff into account, your rounds are going to go low and you're going to skim the tops of these waves, right? And he was getting so hyped up. The killer tomato was going kind of aft of us, and I'm like right here in line with the killer tomato, and he's shooting this way, and his rounds are hitting really low, so they're actually like hitting the water in front of me, and I could hear the sizzle of the round, like, you know, once it hits the water. And I kept trying to get him to raise his gun up, but there's no way that we can communicate directly, because I was listening to some other guy who's in charge of all the gun mounts. And eventually I think somebody like slaps him on the back of the head and is like, you know, pay attention to what the heck you're doing, because it stops eventually. But it was so crazy that hearing the sizzle of the round hitting the water near me was enough to make me kind of duck behind the torpedo launchers. The torpedo launcher on the starboard side there. All right, looks like all the Iranian vessels have been destroyed or damaged by us, and MPRA is en route to do BDAs, so we can just go ahead and withdraw towards Bahrain to await further orders. Nice. So we made it. Don't have to go to Point Romeo. We got some Liberty port ahead of us in Bahrain. Cool. We made it. That was really good. That was a 30-minute mission. That's amazing. So we did do time compression, but it was really minimal, and it was just basically the transit until the next engagement. So yeah, this is really cool. I really enjoyed this mission. I really enjoy small, quick surface action missions. It's really fun, and minimal air intervention. About 2 planes is all I can handle, it seems like. If you see me play the other scenarios with Pacific Strike, if I have like 4 or 5 planes, I'm just a wreck. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, before I say that, I'm going to post this, like I said, in the description below, so you can go check it out yourself. I highly recommend it. You saw how fun this was. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. And see you on the next one. Bye.